Okay, welcome back, guys. This is kind of a different kind of video. We are going to be doing, how like you'd be seeing like those total drama whatever my way. Well, I'm gonna be doing that, but on this tier listing app or thing, whatever. So yeah, let's just get right into it. First episode. I didn't name the episodes. I just put the color, the plays. Sorry for the loud music if you can hear it. But let's get right into it. This is gonna be a long video. I'm gonna be doing this one. I'm gonna do Island, Action, World Tour, all the other ones. Okay, so first, everyone jumps off the cliff except for Courtney and DJ on Bass, and Beth didn't, and neither did Lindsay, because Lindsay was, or no, not Lindsay. Neither did Justin, because Justin didn't want to get hurt and like get any bruises or whatever, so he didn't jump either. So it's 2-2. So they both tied. So then it was actually down to the decision, and Courtney actually jumped. So it was only DJ that didn't jump, and the Killer Bass actually got the advantage, because they only had 9 and they had 10 people jumping. So yeah, they do the crate stuff, and the Screaming Ghost was having a good time. They were fixing it, and they actually finished the pool. It was 1-on-1, and so the Screaming Gophers won because the pool one was 2 points. And see, they were gonna vote out Courtney because Courtney, was bossy and whatever. But then Bridget and Courtney started to fight. So everyone was gonna, or not Bridget, Eva and Courtney were starting to fight. So everyone was gonna vote Eva instead. But then Ezekiel made the sexist comment, which made Ezekiel a big target. But also at the same time, Katie and Sadie were big targets because of, them getting, at the end, Ezekiel got voted out because of the sexist comment that they made. So, yeah. The next episode was the sleepathon, whatever. And, they got right into it. They did the mile run. And, they ate. That if I can remember. And then they did the sleepathon. Immediately, since Owen ran all day, he immediately fell asleep. And, Trent and Gwen started to, kind of bond and, talk. And so, Owen was the first to fall asleep. Katie and Sadie both ran off into the woods, and they fell asleep, so you can mark that down. Bridget and Jeff were talking, and Duncan and Courtney were talking. Eva was listening to music, and Eva's MP3 got taken by Heather. And in this episode, Heather formed an alliance with Beth and Lindsay, and also had Izzy in it, because Izzy overheard and asked if she can join, and Heather said yes. So yeah, a couple hours later, these 7 are asleep. The only people that are awake are DJ, Courtney, and Duncan. Eva, Tyler, Bridget, Jeff, Harold, Sadie, and Katie both fell asleep. All fell asleep. So it's 3. And Owen, Cody, Izzy, Beth, Noah, Lashana fell asleep. And Justin was asleep because Justin had the face paint. So yeah, it's 4 against 3. DJ fell asleep, and Courtney and Duncan were kind of bonding, just how like Gwen and Trent did. And Trent fell asleep, and so did Heather. So it was just it was basically kind of just, it was just Gwen and Lindsay. Lindsay fell asleep, and then Courtney fell asleep. And Duncan went to the bathroom, and, Duncan fell asleep in the bathroom, and Gwen won. And Heather took Eva's MP3 player, but instead of Eva going bat, whatever, she went, instead of going bat crazy, she asked if they found anyone, Heather, and Heather And actually, Izzy knew that Heather was trying to play Lindsay and Beth. So Izzy actually took the MP3 player from Heather and gave it to Eva, which that means Eva didn't crash out or whatever. So the Killer Bass still lost. And actually, at this time, Katie and Sadie both, got lost. So in the end, it was against Katie and Sadie. And at the end, they voted Katie off for getting lost. Next episode is, I honestly forgot. I forgot what the next episode was. Dodgeball. So it was dodgeball time, and the Killer Bass have lost twice. So the Screaming Gophers kind of have an advantage with more people. So they all get hurt. They all get told about, the dodgeball. And so they all went to the court. Lashana, Gwen, Lindsay, and Heather and Trent went up. So did Duncan, or so did Jeff, Courtney, DJ, Eva, Tyler, and Bridget went up. And Gwen, Lindsay, Lashana, Heather, and Trent went up. Oh, I'm just talking about it. Actually, we're recording still. And Trent and Heather take out Eva, Tyler, and Bridget. So it's just DJ and Courtney. And DJ used his power, his good power, his athlete kind of power, as one would say, to take out Lashana, Heather, and Trent. So it's just Lindsay, Gwen, and then, oh my gosh, let's just add, and Courtney and DJ. Lindsay gets taken out by Courtney, and Gwen takes out DJ. So it's just Courtney and Gwen, and at the end, Courtney won and took Gwen out. So that was 1 point for it was 5, you need 10 points to win, or 15 points to win, and this what I was in my way. So Gwen, that was 5 points for the Killer Bass. The next round of people were Sadie, Jeff, Harold, Courtney, and Duncan. And then the next round for these ones were supposed to be it was Justin, Noah, Izzy, Beth, Cody. But since Noah didn't want to do it, it was Owen instead. They all went against Owen because Owen, it's the bigger target. So they all went against Owen and got Cody out. And it was just... Oh, wait, hold on. And they also got Beth out. So it was just Izzy, Justin. Izzy got Sadie, Harold, and Courtney out. So it was just Jeff and Duncan. And Jeff got Izzy out and Duncan got Justin out, which got them 10 points. And the last rotation was Gwen, Izzy, Justin, Beth, Owen. Or no, Noah, Owen. Who did I just put on their team? No, okay. Noah didn't want to do it, but he got forced to. Noah took out... Oh, the next rotation for this one is Bridget, Harold, Sadie, Courtney, and Duncan. They just, let's skip forward. Killer Bass got Screaming Gophers out, and Killer Bass won. It's at the voting ceremony. Noah was being a really just not helpful person. But so Gwen and Trent kind of having Gwen likes Trent, and I think Trent likes Gwen too. So Lindsay, Izzy, Beth, and Heather vote for Noah, and so did everyone else. And the final marshmallow went to Heather, and Noah got out there. The next one was the talent, and the people that were going to be doing the talents were going to be Courtney, Bridget, Harold, Jeff, and DJ. Well, Jeff, not Duncan. So, Sadie, Tyler, Eva, and Duncan didn't do anything for this one. And the people doing ones for this one are Justin, Heather, Gwen, Owen, or Izzy, Gwen, Heather, Justin, Owen. So Courtney was going to do violin, but Bridget accidentally broke her violin, so she didn't do it, and actually ended up having Sadie do some dancing stuff. Anyways, Bridget did the, whatever it's called, I forgot, the handstand and threw up. Harold did the beatboxing, which got him a point. DJ lost his point from the ballerina stuff. Jeff did a surfing thing and he fell. And Sadie did the dancing, and so Harold and Sadie both got points. Gwen was going to do a dancing, or no, Heather was going to do a dancing one, but then I changed to do diary, so Heather didn't get a point. Gwen didn't do one after what happened. Izzy did some campfire, which exploded into her face. Justin did a beauty video, which got a point. And Owen did a eating contest, which didn't get him a point, and he threw up, which was 2 against 1. So the Killer Bass won that. And the Screaming Gophers, it was down to Justin. It was actually down to Owen and Justin. And Screaming Gophers got Owen out because Owen threw up, and he lost the challenge. But Justin actually put points on the board. So yeah. The next day, I don't remember this one, so I know you guys are going to hate me for this, but I'm just going to make up my own challenge. Or I'm just going to go on YouTube real quick on my TV. I'm going to keep talking, but I'm going to make up my own challenge real quick. Okay, so the next day, after the Screaming Gophers lost against the Killer Bass, it was a last to leave their bed challenge, which they got told in the morning, and it was actually really bummed because they didn't have anything except for themselves. So immediately, since Owen was gone, hold on. In the challenge, if Owen did not leave here, Owen would have gotten down to eat, but of course he wasn't here, so he didn't eat. Hold on, I have to sneeze. Sorry. Oh, okay, I know what it is now. Okay, so what they did was they actually went camping. That's what it was. So, oh my gosh. So they went camping, and, Sadie, in this one, in the origin, Sadie and Katie went out into the woods, which I think this episode is where Katie got out. But since Katie's not here, none of that still happens. But instead of it being Katie, it is actually Sadie and Jeff. No, not Sadie and Jeff. Sadie and Eva went out, which Eva didn't really like Sadie because Sadie was really too jumpy for her, so she didn't like Sadie. Now Courtney, DJ, had to sneeze. Sorry, guys. Duncan, Harold, and Bridget built the tent while Tyler and Jeff went out to find food. But while Sadie and Eva were in the cave, after getting chased by bears, they slept in there. And they had a big argument about who's prettier and who's bigger and who's not bigger, who's better and who's faster and more athletic. But Bridget is stumbling. She broke the campfire. She left the... What is it called? She left the tent on fire, and, she was just a mess. So, Tyler took over for Bridget and Jeff went out, and that's when Bridget, kind of felt a strong thing against a thing to Jeff, and same with Jeff. So, they started talking, kind of, got a little, I think they were, kind of, hugging and stuff, but, yeah. Tyler is messing up even more. He is, going crazy, and he's doing all that stuff. On the Screaming Gopher side, they're building their tent perfect, and, Cody and Beth went out to go find food, and Lashana and Lindsay started talking and, becoming friends. And this is when Lashana said to Lindsay, maybe you should not, because Lindsay slipped up and told Lashana about the alliance. And Lashana was like, maybe you should get out that alliance and start an alliance with me and Gwen. So she actually said, wait, I'll just stay in both alliances, which was not a good idea. Anyways, they're perfect. Killer Bass lose. And it was actually down to Eva and Sadie. Now, in this one, usually Katie's gone. But, in this one, it was actually a 3-way. There was 2 marshmallows left. It was either Tyler, Eva, or Sadie. Eva got the marshmallow, one of them. And the final one went to Tyler. So, Sadie, unfortunately, got out there because Eva kind of turned on her. Let's start going a little bit faster. This one was about, so the night of the campfire, everyone got invited to the campfire, and they were talking about their phobias. And they all said their phobia except for Courtney and Lashana, because they both knew that Courtney knew that she was getting skydived, and Lashana also kind of knew, so she didn't say anything. Basically, the next day, the challenge is the phobia one. So, Eva didn't get far enough into this challenge so Eva actually wasn't in here, so Eva, I'm just going to make up one. Eva was not working out for 24 hours. Jeff's was Hale. Bridget's was, I forgot what Bridget's was. I think Bridget's was, I don't know. Let me just make up one. I don't remember. I'll get back. Harold's was getting pressed by ninjas. Duncan's was Broadway, Barbie, whatever. DJ's was water, I think. Courtney's was slime, but Jello, but they didn't know that. Tyler's was chickens. Cody's was, I have no clue. Bridget, we'll just say Bridget's was bad hair. Cody, I have no clue. Beth was getting covered in worms. Lindsay was bad hair. Lashana's was spider. Chance was mimes. Gwen was getting buried underwater. Izzy's was flying. Heather's was sumo wrestler. And Justin wasn't in this challenge because he already got voted out. So I'm just going to say Cody was, let's just say Cody's was flying because I forgot. And then I'll say Justin's was, let's just say Justin's was Hale because, he was going to get hurt or whatever. So, Eva couldn't take it and started working out. So, Eva didn't get a point. Bridget did the hair, so Bridget got a point. Jeff got the Hale, so he got a point for them. Tyler couldn't do the chicken. Tyler didn't do the chicken. And DJ didn't do the water. Neither did Courtney do the Jello. Heather did the sumo wrestling, the ninjas. And Dustin did the thing. So it was actually a tie, 4-4. So they got 4 points. Just Cody's, I don't remember what I put for Cody's. Cody, say Cody's was flying. I honestly forgot, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, Cody, he did the flying. Izzy did the flying. Izzy and Cody did the flying. Justin did not do the hail. Beth did that. Beth did the worms. Lindsay took off the wig. Lashana couldn't do the spider. Trent got a point. Heather got a point. Gwen didn't get a point. Cody's was trash bombs. He didn't get that. So, at the end, it was 4-5. They got 4 points. They both got 4 points, but Screaming Gophers had more people not. No, it was. Okay, so the Screaming Gophers had more people that didn't do it, so the Screaming Gophers lost and Clear won. This was the time that Izzy got chased off, so Izzy was out there. Okay, so this one was a here, I need to go back on YouTube. I'm sorry that this video is gonna be long. It's gonna have to be 2 parts. But they went to Boney Island, and they all had to fend for themselves. They all went, to the Boney Island stuff. They all got boats. Eva and DJ paired. Courtney and Duncan paired up. Tyler and Harold paired up. And DJ, whatever his name is, Jeff and Bridget paired up. Courtney and Gwen paired up. Lindsay and LaShawna paired up. Justin and Heather paired up. Justin and Trent paired up. And Beth and Heather paired up. Sorry, my cat. They all went across, they all fought the stuff. But then comes to the thing. Harold comes to the campfire and going back home. Harold had a glitch and threw their canoes, things in the fire, so they had to get home. But DJ used his superpower strength while the Screaming Gophers were going and screwed them onto the island, so they won. But Beth took the statue. But in the end, Cody got out here because Cody was too injured to play. And also, they did an elimination as well. Hold on. Cody got out there because he was too injured. Just tell me if you guys are liking this. Please view these videos and stuff because, yeah. The next one was the paintball deer. So basically what they did for the deer, the Screaming Gophers were the deer. The Screaming Gophers were the deer. And half of the Screaming Gophers. Okay, so Gwen, Beth, LaShawna, and Lindsay were the paintball. While Heather, Justin, and Trent were the deer. And Bridget, Eva, Duncan, and Courtney were the paintball persons, and Harold, Tyler, Jeff, and DJ were the deer. And this one, Owen actually masks himself with P to blend in, but since Owen isn't here, that never happens. So let's just say Trent did that instead because Justin said it's going to be too, he would get really grossed out immediately when trying to do that because he would his skin and stuff. So Beth finally figured out that what's her name? Heather was basically using her just to get far. And so Beth shoots her own teammate, which she wasn't supposed to do. She was supposed to shoot the other team. And Beth, LaShawna, Lindsay, and Gwen all shot her, while Courtney, Duncan, Bridget, and Eva shot her. So Heather, Justin, and Trent all got shot, and so did Harold and Tyler. But at the end, Killer Bass had 2 people that didn't get shot. So yeah, the Screaming Gophers were here. They did this one. The Screaming Gophers what am I saying? The Screaming Gophers eliminated Beth because she took the doll when she was told not to. So yeah, the next one was the cooking challenge. Basically, they opened a crate that Chef and Chris made them. It had 5 ingredients in them. It had sauerkraut, jalapenos, eggs, ham, and bread. So they all had to make a meal, a dinner, and stuff. And this challenge, what's his name? Owen was a big character in this one. He ate the ribs, so yeah. During this one, sorry. During this, Lindsay threw Heather's bag into the freezer, so she was locked in there. But instead of Owen eating the food, it was actually Justin. So Justin, or no, it was actually Trent. Trent. It was Trent. Trent ate the food when he wasn't supposed to, and actually ate all of it, so there was no food. So actually, yeah. Actually, no, yeah, before this, though, they had the pufferfish one, which Bridget made a great one for Jeff, but Lindsay didn't make a good one for Justin, so Justin was out for this episode. But Trent ate the food, and Bridget, left the food good. So Screaming Gophers lost this one, and they actually voted out, it was Lashana, Gwen, Lindsay, and Trent against Justin. Heather, Lindsay, and Justin were against Trent. And it was actually 4 against 3, so Justin got out here. Because he got paralyzed and he couldn't really play anymore. So, now, this one was the basic training. So what they did was they did this basic training where Chef was in charge, and they all had to carry him and stuff. The Screaming Gophers had to carry Chef, and the Killer Bats had to carry Chris. The Screaming Gophers dropped, whatever his name is, dropped Chef, and Lindsay rung the bell, and so they all did the boot camp, and basically the boot camp, the obstacle course. Heather, LaShawn, okay, all 5 of the Screaming Gophers made it through, but 4 of the Killer Bats didn't make it. It was Courtney, Bridget, Eva, and Duncan. Oh no, Harold and Duncan that didn't make it. So it was actually 4 people that made it against 5. So the Killer Bats were going to go to the campfire. Well, Duncan made Courtney a bad girl by making her steal and all that. And then, they ate all the snacks and shared and stuff. And then Harold saw Courtney and Duncan kiss. And Harold was like, my enemy, he doesn't like it how Duncan is, having true love. So they went to the campfire, and actually it was Jeff, DJ, Tyler, and Eva against Harold, and Courtney, and Duncan. So it was actually everyone against Harold, even Bridget, except for Harold against Courtney. And against Duncan, and the final one went to Harold, because Harold rigged the votes against Duncan. So Duncan got out here instead of Courtney. Now we are in no. Let's just skip that one. It's merged now. So Harold got out because he saw Heather's thing, her chest. Okay, so there was Courtney, DJ, Tyler, Eva, Bridget. Oh, I just realized the people from the people from the Screaming Gophers got deleted off the thing, so I have to bring them back up. Hold on. But basically, it was merged now, so it was basically every man for themselves. Is what it's not. There's no teams anymore, basically, because yeah. So spring. Trent, Heather, and Lindsay. Okay, there we go. And it's gonna take a little bit to just bring them all back. Oh, and also I'm bringing back 2 characters. So Chris announced the merge. So everyone was so happy that they finally made it to merge. And then Chris announced 2 people coming back, and those 2 people were Izzy. Those 2 people were Izzy and Izzy and Justin, because Justin. Oh no, not Justin. Izzy, yeah, and Justin. Justin, he was healed, so it was Izzy and Justin that came back. And so after merge, the challenge was the no pain no game one, where everyone had to do something that was painful, and they all did it. And it was actually Eva and Lashana at the end, and Lashana won, and Lashana got immunity, and so they saw Eva as a big threat, so they voted her out because she was really big. She was a big threat and stuff. So Eva got out there. It's as the same as the Origins, except for Eva didn't come back and merge. The next episode was you got a specific animal where you had to go to their habitat and territory to get a key to unlock a chest to get a reward. In this one, Gwen and Trent kissed, and so did so did, oh my gosh, sorry guys. So did Bridget and Jeff. There we go. Izzy had to do electric eels. Lindsay had to go do, I honestly forgot, so I'm just going to give these random ones. Izzy had to go through electric eels. Lindsay had to go through a thing of birds. Justin had to go through a thing of beavers. Jeff and Bridget were teaming together, so they had to go against a thing of scorpions. Gwen and Trent were teaming together, so they had to go against skunk. Lashana had to go against a frog. Courtney had to go against a blowfish. And Heather had to go against whatever. Oh, Heather had to go against a bear, and Tyler and DJ were teaming together, and they both had to go in the sewer. At the end, everyone got a key, except for, well, usually Owen actually had to do the bear, but I give it to Heather since Owen's not in here. The people that didn't get a key were Courtney, Lindsay, and DJ, and Tyler. So they didn't get a reward. See, Gwen and Trent kissed, but then Heather made up a plan to kiss Trent in front of Gwen, which made Lashana tell everyone to vote Trent out because she said that they were dating. So Trent got out there, and because Heather got the immunity stuff, so Trent got out there. The next challenge was, hold on, I'm sorry guys, I have to do all this because Oh, it was a hide and seek one, where you had to hide from Chef, who was spraying you with water. And this one, yeah. So Courtney was hiding. Lindsay was hiding. They all hid. Lindsay got found under her covers. DJ, and it was supposed to be DJ and Owen, but DJ and Tyler got found in the roof. Justin got found in the mess hall. Izzy, oh no, not Izzy. Yeah, Izzy got found in the dock. Lashana was in the water. Gwen got found. Bridget and Trent, everyone got found except for Lashana. So Lashana won immunity here. And so there was some teaming going involved. So Gwen, Lashana, Bridget, and Jeff voted for Heather. But Heather and Lindsay and Izzy were still in alliance, and Justin joined, so they voted for Tyler. And so Tyler and DJ both voted for. DJ voted for Justin, Tyler voted for Justin, and Courtney voted for Tyler. So it was 5 against 4 against 2. At the end, Tyler got out of there. So Tyler actually made it pretty far, more far than I expected. So, there's should be. Ooh, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 3, 6, 7, 8. We have 2 more extra people. Okay, so this round, Chris announced that it was a double elimination, which would have gotten the remaining 2, because I have extra people. So Chris said it was a double elimination, and they had to make bikes. So basically, they made bikes, and so there was actually, they made bikes. So Lindsay made her bike, everyone made her bike, and then their mics, and then they had to switch. Courtney took Lindsay's bike. Lindsay took DJ's bike. DJ took Izzy's bike. Izzy took Heather's bike. Heather took Justin's bike. Justin took Jeff's bike. Jeff took Bridget's bike. Bridget took Gwen's bike. Gwen took Lashana's bike, and Lashana took Courtney's bike. Now, the people that didn't make it were Courtney, DJ, Jeff, Izzy, Justin, Bridget, Gwen, and Lashana. And since they all, Jeff, and so it's Jeff, Lindsay, and Heather. Since Heather went across, that means Jeff and Lindsay both got eliminated here because since everyone else wiped out, it was just those 3 people. So those 2 both got out there. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only 6 flashbacks. So Chris announced a 7, 8. Chris announced another double elimination. So this one was the super serial killer, and so they were all talking about it, and they were watching a movie, and then they all split up, which Gwen was telling them not to. So Heather was taking a shower, and DJ walked in, and DJ screamed, and so DJ screamed, and then the chef came in and screamed, and Heather screamed, Courtney screamed, Justin screamed and scratched himself in the eye. That's a big part of the story. Izzy, it was a face-to-face combat against Izzy and Chef, and Izzy lost, so Izzy screamed. It was just Bridget, Lashana, and Gwen. Lashana screamed, and Bridget screamed. And Gwen meant the serial killer was actually the real serial killer. So Gwen got a immunity there. And this is going to be my last simulation before I do a part 2 because this part's been really long. And then, yeah, so the voting, DJ got voted out for screaming, and Justin got voted out for scratching his eye. They voted out him. So, yeah. So there's four spots left. So I will be back with you guys later. Bye. Okay, welcome back to Total Drama Island My Way. But I'm just going to cut the clips, so, yeah. I realized that Justin actually wasn't supposed to get voted off there. It was someone else. Justin wasn't going to go home. I figured out right here. Okay, so, yeah, DJ walked the dock of shame because he screamed. Okay, so this one, I just kind of forgot what the challenges were, so this one I'm just going to make up. This one was the last to leave, your cabin. So the cabins were actually split up. It was one cabin. It was Heather, Courtney, Izzy, Lashana, Bridget, Gwen, sorry, I've been playing too much Total Roblox Drama, and Justin. Heather and Lashana were giving each other side eyes the entire time. So the room was split with, this is how it was. It was like this. So because since Heather, Izzy, and Justin are still in an alliance, they were split up like that. Courtney joined the alliance with them. Izzy fell off. Justin fell off. Courtney, Bridget, and Gwen fell off. See, now, Izzy found out that Heather was just playing her. So Izzy told Heather that she left the alliance. And that made Heather fall off the bed, and that made Lashana win. So it was actually, now it was Justin and Heather against Izzy. Justin and Heather both voted for Izzy. And Izzy, Courtney, Bridget, Gwen, and Lashana voted for Heather, which means Heather got voted off there instead of Justin. Next one was this one was a double elimination. This one was a team one. So Gwen and Lashana were a pair, Izzy and Justin, and Courtney and Bridget. What you had to do was you had to make a whole campfire and survive during the night with your team. The first two teams to go to the camp wins. The first team to go to the camp loses. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry guys, my dad came home. Okay, anyway, so Justin or Izzy, so you know how in the episode where Beth got voted off, well, Izzy did a fireball and it made her, or no. Oh no, the challenge Izzy was still in. Was supposed to challenge that code, one of them got voted off. Well, Izzy made that big fireball to make a fire. Well, Izzy made a fire really far away from where they were going to put their tent. And so the fire was big. And so Justin made the tent. And they got food. Yeah, so they survived. Courtney, on the other hand, used her CIT skills to make a tent. And then Bridget made the fire. And Lashana and Gwen, they did the same. See, the thing was, Izzy, she overdid the ball a little too much and set the tent on fire, which made them go to the camp, which made them fourth place. Here, I have to move Lindsay, and I'm going to have to move them down because that Lindsay and Jeff both got voted off on the same day. So, they were both fifth. And there we go. Okay, so now it is 4 contestants. Now this one was a chef said every man for themselves. So they all went to bed after the tent after last episode. And there was a big storm that went over Canada and flooded the camp and made the camp go flooded. Well, basically, since the camp went flooded, they didn't have camp. So they all survived. But then they got attacked by a group. And so Courtney, Bridget, Gwen and Lashana, they all had a good idea to defeat these people. Well, in the process, Gwen got injured. She broke her leg. So, fast forward, Gwen gets eliminated because of that. Now, this top 3. This is the double dare, the I triple dog dare you. They all did a challenge. And Bridget failed the challenge. And it was the cutting hair, so it's basically just like Heather. But it was cutting hair. And Bridget didn't want to cut her hair and got her hair cut, and she lost. Now it was just down to Lashana and Courtney. It was a race. Courtney got second. Lashana won. And that is my Total Drama Island, My Way. Ezekiel, Katie, Noah, Owen, Sadie, Izzy, Cody, Beth, Justin, Duncan, Harold, Eva, Trent, Tyler, Lindsay, Jeff, DJ, Heather, Izzy, Justin, again, Gwen, Bridget, Courtney, Lashana. If you guys want to see the next one, please like and subscribe. Bye.